What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be selecting fish for the outside ponds. Come with me as I show you what we're taking. So I'm thinking the one bin outside, we're going to go with the pygmy sunfish. I believe there's one male and like 8 or 9 females in here. I'll show them more when I take them out. I'm also thinking I might put these guys out. My favorite guppy, obviously, the full red albino koi guppy. I originally got these from Monster Aquarium. So I know when I put them outside, they're gonna look beautiful. And when I did this last year or 2 years ago, they exploded. So that is another option. I'm not thinking cories. I might put guppies in the one, but all these angels are doing really good right now. I do have some angels outside, which I'll show you in a little while. But other than that, we have some giant Pleco. These are some of my oldest Pleco I've had. So they're a few years old. And they just keep growing. What else? Let's see what we should go with. I don't know. I'm thinking we do have the rice fish at the apartment, which we're going to do a thing. So we have the Medaka Blue daisies. And we have platinums too. And then I want to show you some of these rams. That ram is one of the blackest rams I've ever had. So these two would be a perfect pair. So I'm going to be separating a lot of these fish. I'm gonna go over a few things real quick. The angelfish are growing. I gotta start selling these guys. Constant hassle. I think I'm gonna take all these mollies and the leer tails or the lyre tails and the sailfins and just throw them outside. And then that way maybe the I forgot what these guys are called, the loaches or the hillstream loaches could actually breed. I know if you see back there, the bristlenose are breeding, but not them. I'm not putting any plecos outside. I think what I can do is, if you can see right there, the 200 gallon, I'm going to take this big guy and put him out there, the big pleco. Angelfish haven't really bred, which I'm happy about, but I'm probably going to end up getting rid of a lot of these guys because I need the tank space. But on top of that, I'm not putting any plecos and maybe some cories out there. You know, I don't know. I mean, I might actually I'm thinking I might do rams in one thing out there. I'll show you that in a little while. Oh, definitely I'm going to do the Celestial Pearl Danios. So that being said, Celestial Pearl Danios, I actually traded them for one Pleco at Underground Aquatics. So I'm going to take all those in my original ones I have in the tank over there, and I'm going to put them in a 30-gallon bin, which when we go outside, I'll show you exactly. These are the, finally breeding them, the L519. Tons of fry in there. You really got to make sure you keep up on the feeding, because I did lose a few already. You can see. They're just, I think that has to have constant food. But they're doing good. Probably take a lot of the guppies out of these tanks, you know, and maybe just throw all the guppies in one bin out there. So let's see. We got the Celestial Pearl Danios. We got the koi guppies. I think I might just throw guppies in one pond. I don't know. Like, all these guppies, they're nice, but they don't really do anything for me. You know, maybe I'll put some cories in the 200. Kind of just make it like a mishmash of some cories. These are all the gold lasers right now. I got to do water changes on all these guys because it's getting too populated. I moved all the orange Venezuelan cories in here. So now they're finally in one tank. Before I go outside, I'll show you what I'm doing over here. This tank I'm going to be getting rid of, and then I'm going to be taking this rack and making it a whole 5-gallon right here. So that's a task in itself, because just to decommission this, I have the breeding colony of assassin snails, I have my shrimp, I have the breeding colony of the breeding pairs of the red plecos. So I don't want to do it, but I kind of have to. And then the black rams right now, these are some old rams too. I've had these for a few years. A few are still healthy. You know, this guy's kind of got some type of bacterial infection. Unfortunately, these guys are extremely sensitive. They're very aggressive. So on top of that, maybe I'll even get rid of this tank. Maybe take this and move this here. I have to figure out. That's what I'm going to be doing today, because I do want to make a whole rack for the 5 gallons right here. And then that way, when you see all these 5 gallons all over the place, like here and here, I'm going to take all these fish out, and then do something with them. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take all these guppies out, take the pygmy sunfish out, take the celestial pearl danios, and we're gonna go outside and we're gonna show you the setup that I have for the pond. And we're back. So, some bad news. I did not find the male pygmy sunfish. If it's a little loud, I apologize. There is the pumps going on right now, but these are the female pygmies. I have 8 of them, and I had 1 male. I'm gonna have to look online. I mean, unless they color change, that maybe is the male, but I don't think so. Like I said, I took this whole tank apart. I'm gonna take it apart again and put cories in here, but I don't know what happened to him, honestly. I thought I saw him in there recently. Unless he just jumped out, like I don't know where he could be, but unfortunately the male's gone. So I mean, with that being said, that is kind of depressing because I really wanted to put them outside and hopefully see if they would breed. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm taking all these guys out, even the big female there. That was the original one left from Monster Aquarium. Now I don't know what this cauliflower kind of growth is on it. I don't know if that just comes with age or it's something else. Don't really know. No one else has that. But all these fish are going to go outside. So we got like 15 koi in here. Now I'm going to separate them. I'm not going to take those out because I want to put my pairs out there, or my group out there, and then have another one just in the event something happens outside, 10 crashes, animal kills them. So yeah, that being said, and then I'll eventually have to take all these guys out. But I really don't even want to breed these guys, honestly. Like, I don't want to just get rid of them. You know, mollies and leotails, like I'll put them out there. I'll have 1,000 at the end of the year, and they're so small, tank space. You know how it goes. But if you guys have any suggestions on what I should put outside or what you want me to put outside, let me know. Put it in the comments below, and I'll make a little pond for them, with a little container. So I'm gonna collect these, and then we'll go outside. So what we're gonna do now is just scoop them up. Okay, and then just foil. So here we got some of the celestial pearl danios, and you can see the difference. Let's see if we can get some better lighting. So we can see the difference in my original ones compared to the ones I got from the pet store. There's 9 from the pet store that I got probably about a month and a half ago. But you can see the coloration between the adult and those. So I'm going to mix all the other ones. I believe there is, I think 3 to 4 left in here. I know there a lot of them were older and they kind of passed away on us, but that's the goal. Put these outside as well. So I'm going to grab these and I'm going to throw them outside. All right, we have them all. Probably, I think there's about 13 to 14 celestial pearls in here. You can see the colorful ones have more. Those are the actually older ones, and some of these females actually might be pregnant. The tank is all dirty. There might be 1 or 2 left in there. Once I break this down and get rid of those cories and make that just the Pleco tank, the zebra Plecos, then I think, no, the tiger Plecos, I'm sorry. And then put these outside. What I'm gonna do, and since these are more of a egg-laying scatterer fish, I'll take these, and then I'll take all the hornwort that I have, put it on here, put the rock on there, and dump it down. So if they have a hatch, they're gonna have some room to kind of lay eggs instead of the substrate. So we're gonna go out now and do that. All right, guys, now we are outside, and I'll show you exactly how I have my pond set up. So I just have this rack right here, and then I got these 30-gallon totes from Costco, $8. I think they're like $7 on sale. So what I'm doing here, this is where the rice fish are gonna go. Unfortunately, this is kind of in direct sun, so I'm gonna have to get a cover for that one. Down here, I do have some cherry shrimp. I just put a bunch of plants and twigs and some wasatang and all types of stuff in here. So you can see some cherry shrimp right there. I will put more, but I got these from the club and they were relatively cheap. We do got some mosquito larvae in there. Daphnia, I already put a bunch of Daphnia, and looks like they already had babies. So if you can see there, they had babies already. I put these in probably about 2 weeks ago. So that's great to hear that they're actually reproducing. That was relatively quick too. Now this tank, this little bin, you're not going to be able to see it, but I got Amazon swords in there. I put a bunch of debris, and on top of this is, I think it's called Savinia. So I'll show you what the pygmies are. I actually found the original guy I got them from, so I can get the species name. And unfortunately, like I said, I'm just hoping maybe some of these are pregnant, you know, because I'm going to have to go on eBay and get some males. But I'm going to just dump them in there right now. So that's done. And then I did put some gravel in this year. I do have another bucket or two of gravel in my basement. And then you can see, looks like the male and the female are trying to get to the other fish. So let's have them meet their relatives. So this is... I think they're going to look great in this. On top of this, if you do want to set these up, I do have the net on top. I have had issues with predators before, so obviously with these guys I don't want to have any issues. But they look great in the in this white and this rock background. We do have one casualty. I think that was from the heat wave we just got. So unfortunately I didn't have the pump plugged in, but I'll show you how that works now. I'm just going to connect it. I got to cut these up. I have a pump I cover, simple valve, and all I'm going to do, no filtration. The hyacinths will be the filtration. So they're already sprouting, so you can see sprouts here. I got one from the club, another one from the club, so now there's two right there. I have honey redwood floaters, which are doing good, doing well. So great for fry to hide in. On top, the Amazon's not doing too good, but it looks like a lot of the Daphnia are gone in this. There are still some, but with the heat too and me not feeding them, that could be something to look into. So this, I think I'm going to put the Celestial Pearl Danios, but that'll be later on today, which I'll save for another video. But this is the pond I have. You will need aeration, just because the hotter it is, they need to make sure you have oxygen for them too. So be aware of that. And then over here, you'll see we have the 200-gallon tote with this plastic thing connected. I diverted the rainwater right into there. I'll connect that for the winter, but for right now, the rainwater goes in, and then I have a hole drilled that it just never overflows. It just drains out. And then you can see the angelfish are in there. I got the blushing blue. They seem to be doing well. This plant is getting much bigger, you can see. But this is my little hydroponic system. What I'm going to do, my mom can take whatever she wants from here and then just give it to the plants. And then here we just have the regular tote with some beetles that are drowning. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with this, if anything. Right now it's just mosquito larvae, and then you can see there's lots and lots of Daphnia in there. So all those little things running around are Daphnia. Not much mosquitoes in here, but there are some. But I think this might be the one I put some rams in. Just try something different. Nothing too crazy. But so wrapping up this video, this is my little setup for now. I'm not going too crazy this year, just because I don't have the time, and I want to make sure I have something outside. So if you want to get one of these bins to finish the video and end it, these bins are 30 gallons, 28, 29 gallon from Costco. You get them anywhere, Ace Hardware, Lowe's. The $9 have substrate, because you want substrate to make sure the water stays clear, and put plants in for fry to hide in. I personally like these, the water lettuce, because the roots, which you'll see here, are a lot clearer and they're not as dirty as the hyacinths. Hyacinths at the end of the year get very, very dirty, and you don't want that. And then I have some moneywort, which seemed to come back. Well, that's frogbit. Now I think that's the large frogbit. The money, yeah, that died. But the rice fish are going to go in this one. Simple setup. Just have a pump for aeration. You can do water changes, but normally when it rains, that will be enough for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.